Hello Manfredo, and welcome to my triangle trigonometry project video. In this video, I'm going to be doing part 6 of the project worksheet, which is to write a calculator program that asks the user to enter 3 numbers. From there, the program will initially display either no such triangle exists and stop, or triangle exists and continue. If the triangle exists, the program will solve the triangle, compute its area, determine the type of triangle based on the relationship between the angles and by the relationship between the sides, and display all 6 parts of the triangle, which is 3 angles, 3 sides, its area, and the type of triangle. Now that might sound like a mouthful to a lot of you if you're, not Manfredo, which I don't know who you are, maybe Mickey Mouse or something, but it'll make more sense as I go. So, to begin, we're just going to clear that and go to my calculator programs, which is right there. And if you'll see that I've got a bunch of different programs already made. So I'm going to be going down to number 5, which for me is MZP6, which is my initials, and, part 6. So the program, it's going to start here, enter the sides. I'm just going to do a typical 3, 4, 5 triangle, which it shows that the triangle exists, that it's scaling, right, and then there are the sides, angles, and area. And then there's like the final product. So now I'm going to be going through the program and actually discussing what all the code represents and how it works. So when you enter the editor for the code, you're going to see all of this. So basically how it starts is that it's going to start by clearing the screen, and then it's going to ask you to enter the sides. It's going to give you a prompt to enter sides A, B, and C. So you're going to type in the sides that you already know. Hopefully you do know them. Or you could just type in random numbers. Doesn't really matter. The program will work either way. From there, the logic of the program will actually start. So it's going to start with if A plus B is greater than C, and A plus C is greater than B, and B plus C is greater than A, then display that the triangle does in fact exist. Next you get all of these equations, which right now just looks like a bunch of math that doesn't really make any sense, but later on it'll make more sense. I'm still going to go through right now to explain the basics of it, but it's going to say that arc cosine of b squared plus c squared minus a squared divided by 2bc is going to be stored as the value of d. It's going to be a squared plus c squared minus b squared divided by 2ac is going to be stored as e. And then arc cosine of a squared plus b squared minus c squared is divided by 2ab is stored as f. So the program is then going to pause and then clear the screen. All of this math right here will make sense later as it pertains to the angles. So now it's going to be going through a little more logic. It's going to go, if A equals B equals C, then the triangle is equilateral, meaning all 3 sides are the same. So if one side is C, or I should say an actual value, so if one side is 6, then all the other sides are 6 as well. So if it's not like that, then if A does not equal B, and A does not equal C, and B does not equal C, then display that that the triangle is scaling. If it's anything other than those 2 parameters, then display that the triangle is isosceles. From there, the program does a little more logic to figure out the angles. So for it to do that, it takes D and says that if D is greater than 90, or E is greater than 90, or F is greater than 90, then display that the triangle is obtuse. Obviously, you can't have 2 angles that are more than 90, or else it's not a triangle. It's at best a square or something. And if it's other than that, such as if D equals 90, or E equals 90, or F equals 90, then display that the triangle is right. And again, if it is any other parameter other than those, then display that the triangle is acute. That does for this portion of the program. It then pauses and clears the screen and goes on to give you your values. So it'll display that side A equals the given value that you gave. So A, same with side B, which is B, side C, which is C. And then it pauses, clears the screen, and gives you the angles. So it's going to give you D, which you just you found out from up here in the program. It said that D equals 90, or D is greater than 90, yada yada yada. So down here in the program, it shows you what D, E, and F actually are in terms of what the angle is. So the program is then going to pause, clear the screen, and then you're going to find the area. So you're going to do 0.5 or half of B times C times sine of D, and that's going to give you a value for K. And then it's going to display that the area equals, and then it's going to give you the value of K, which is your area. Program will then pause, clear the screen, and if by some chance the input values you gave at the very beginning of the program don't follow any of these parameters, then it says that no triangle exists. And that does it for this program, so I'm going to quit out of there, go back to program, go down to MZP6. Once again, I'm going to go 3, 4, no, not 34. 3, 4, 5 triangle. It says that the triangle exists, that it's scaling and right, and then that's 3, 4, 5, 37, 53, 90, and then the area is 6. You could also do this with literally any other set of numbers. You could go like 68, and then 21, and then like 9 or something, and then it'll tell you that the triangle doesn't exist, and the program will terminate there on its own. So that's it for this video. That is it for the program. This program is obviously going to be very helpful in any circumstance, but you know, if you enter numbers that don't actually produce triangles, then the program is ultimately useless. But for input that is actually able to make a triangle, this is a very helpful program. So yeah.